Smile, you're on candid camera. Morning, guys. How are you? It's been a few days or a week. All right. We've had some interesting things this week going on. Emily turned 10 yesterday. We had a birthday party for her on this past Saturday, where the pigs got out. I went over to, we had a fire going outside in the pit, and I went over to sit down, and I looked up and saw the pigs rooting around up in the woods, and I screamed, and the pigs are out. Matt had just left to go to Tractor Supply, and so I screamed to Aiden and the kids that were all here, and I said, the pigs are out, we got to get them back in. So we did various things to get them back in, and thankfully Emily was smart enough to pick up my phone and record the whole thing. Now here's the tricky part. I'm on my camera right now. She did it on my phone, so I gotta try to figure out how to get the two together, because I don't think the editing app that I use allows me to do that. Speaking of Emily's birthday, the only thing she asked for was a husky. That's all she wanted. For weeks, that's it. After 4 scam attempts on us, none of which worked, we found her a puppy. And he's 5 months old, so he's not a teeny tiny puppy, but he's still a puppy. It's like dealing with a toddler. She's trying to train him now, so we've got a lot of training to do with him, but otherwise it's a really, really good dog. And he's so sweet. The best part for me is that actually Bella, we were really concerned about Bella and how she was going to react to another dog. But then I wasn't totally against the idea of getting another dog that would be her size, because I was wondering if maybe she wanted a playmate. Maybe she wanted another dog to hang around and play with. And they're both fixed, so they can't have puppies or anything. But she's loving it. She's really loving it. It's like she came alive when we brought him in. They play together, they sleep together. They're playing right now. I'll show you some of it. But they're doing really, really, really well together. And I'm actually really happy, because now Bella, although B would try to play with Bella, B is tiny. He's a tiny dog. So, and she's big. So she kind of would sit there while he jumped on her and stuff. But now she actually gets in and plays, which I really love to see. She's an amazing dog. Alright, gonna get these animals going. These chicks right here, other than the 3 leghorns, the littlest one, we got them up for sale now. Other than the little white ones, they almost look like meat chickens. The little yellow and white ones. I don't know where they are over here. There, maybe. They're gonna stay. Those are leghorns. But otherwise, the rest are gonna sell. Hey, Emmy Pie. Little Miss Emmy is 10 now. Huh?
And I'm eating a chocolate right now.
Baby girl. Come on. My baby girl. She's so big. I love you.
I love you too.
Alright, so the plan today is obviously finish the animals. I have a truckload of topsoil mixed with compost coming. And the reason being is the raised beds. We're going to fill those up, and all the rest of these plants are going to get out there.
Easy.
Alright, let's get these animals going. You want to fill that with feed? Chicken feed? Wow, look at the pollen. It's like snowing.
Yeah.
Alright, so we kind of came up with a system for these guys, because I needed to transfer the smaller ones out of the brooder and into the tractor. But the problem we're having is these bigger guys. Thank you! These bigger guys get in there when they all try to snuggle at night. They crush the little ones. We found a couple of them dead, and I'm like, that's got to be what's going on. So we brought in the A-frame here. Just kind of put 2 pallets together and put some plastic over it. The bigger ones are now staying in that. And while we have the little guys in the tractor. That way everybody stays safe, everybody's fine. They're all in an electric fence, so I'm not worried about it. So yeah. And in here we have meat chickens, but we also have turkeys that are around the same size right now. And that is because we have this sort of system of every weekend we get more meat chickens. Anywhere from like 15 to maybe 25 of them, depending on how many are left. And so we have to kick out the ones that are in the brooder into here after a week, and then and put the new ones in there. So it's actually a system that we found is working really, really well. The only issue we were having was the fact that the bigger ones were crushing the smaller ones. So now we fixed that. Everything's working out well. Alright, gotta get the rest of the animals going. And then to the task of the day, filling those raised beds and getting them planted. That is already off. Ada must have been in here already. Busting Matt's butt a little bit. He's like, I was like, I gotta get these guys done. He's like, well, I did the goats and I did the pigs. And I said, thank you. And then I thought, I said, hey Matt, I did the chickens. I did all the chickens. I'm doing the rabbits. He looks at me and goes, thank you. And I think that's a little lesson, because we always, as women mainly, we do everything automatically, and it's a thankless job. And not that we want to be thanked, it's not a big deal to me at all, but there are some times here and there I like to teach my kids that, you know, you do a lot of work and you deserve to be thanked for it. Good morning, ladies. You're chipper today. Out you go. All right, so the only downfall to the system that I have with the smaller hens being in here during the day is if I do it too early, the hens don't have their nesting boxes to lay their eggs. So I am trying to think of another system that's not too complicated or big. So I don't want to have to keep building a million things, but trying to think of something else where they can get out. Because I have the smaller ones in the cage inside the coop, because these bigger ones, it's sort of establishing their pecking order without them getting hurt. Hi, sweetheart.
This is my husky's fur.
These ladies are waiting for their feed. That's why they're crowding me. Anybody else have lazy hens? These guys are lazy. They want their feed, and I let them free range every day, but they go back into the shed where the feed is, and they follow me around the yard looking for the feed when they have this entire property. There's bugs galore everywhere, and for some reason they're lazy and they don't want to go out and get it. So I've got them now. I kind of did some research and I flipped the way I feed them. So I used to give them feed in the morning, and then around noon or 1 o'clock after they laid their eggs, I'll let them out to free range for the rest of the day until nighttime when they come back in. Two things. One, they're getting in my garden big time. So I've had to limit until we build the fence around there, which is our next project after the raised beds. They're getting in my garden there, and they started to destroy a few things, and I can't have that. So I let them out for a few hours, but I got to keep a close eye on them. The dogs are just starting to help with clearing them out of the garden, but it's not enough at this point. Two, they're getting really lazy, and they're not going out to free range for their own food and forage for their own food, which they need to do. One, they got to keep the bugs at bay. Here we've found a lot of ticks already on our animals. We've gotten all the dogs and the cat their stuff for flea and tick. Hey, you just pecked my knee. She's mad at me, she pecked my knee. So they need to do better bug control. So I'm not feeding them first thing in the morning. I'm letting them do their thing, lay their eggs, letting them out, letting them free range, and then I will supplement with feed. So they're being lazy. They just want their feed. They don't want to work for it. They are still really high in egg production, so I'm not worried about that. They're getting plenty of feed. They're eating, obviously, because their eggs are perfectly fine. We're getting like 2 dozen a day. Anyway, so that's what they're upset right now. And I need to figure out a new system because I need them to be able to get in to lay their eggs. So what I might do is, in the cage in here with the little hens, they have food and water. I put it in there with them. They have their own separate food and water. So I think what I'm gonna do for now is keep this open, keep them in the cage until the same thing, until after they lay their eggs. Why are you pecking me? Go. Until after they lay their eggs. Once they do that, I'll let them out to free range and then let the chicks out to run in the entire coop. I don't let them out into the fence because they're too little and they will get right through the fence. So that sounds like a plan to me. I'm getting out of here because they're pecking the heck out of me. One thing with this plan though, always make sure that your hens have water no matter what. So they always have full waters. I always check it. All right, on to the bunnies. You guys, you haven't seen them in like a week. They're so cute. They're big. They're all coming out now. Watch, I'll open this and they're all gonna run out with their mamas. It's so adorable. Yeah. Look at them! They're so cute! How big they're getting! They're so cute! I love them at this age. They're so adorable. Hi, baby. You're so sweet. A few more weeks, guys, and they'll be ready to go. All right, kids are finishing the rabbits and everybody else is done. All right, guys, this is what I was talking about. There's the soil. That's a topsoil compost mix. They're coming back with one more truck, and there are the raised beds that I made. One of them shallow on purpose. Oh, Nat, they're back!
Twist? Oh, maybe when mom's gone.
That's what he means.
Yeah.
Twist. Can we get twist?
Maybe so.
All right, meanwhile, Aiden's cleaning the pool.
They're all set.
Yay! Matt fixed the hole,
Oh, yeah.
patched it up, and now it looks really nice, but he's got to clean it, vacuum the bottom.
There's a lot down there.
Hi, Aiden.
Hi.
Having fun?
Yeah.
You just want to get in, don't you?
It's freezing.
The dog makes me more easier to pick it up. He's big.
All right, guys. So I have been out here working all day. Matt has been helping. No, Bill. We finally got this. The beds are full. We still are working on one more bed because we have to finish getting these wood chips out of the way, which that's what's left. So it's not much. As soon as those are gone, we can stick this last bed here over there and fill it. But as you can see, look, I planted even, got them full. One other thing we're going to be doing is actually this right here. This strip right here, we're going to get some wood and go from that fence down here and just cap it off over here. And then fill this with more dirt because we got a lot left. And plant anything that's extra that we have that I can't fit in here and can't fit in the back, which is full. It's going to go in here, in this front part. And I'm stepping on stuff. I got stuff in here that actually coming in that I didn't know was going to. This right here is a blueberry plant right here. And we have a raspberry there. These right here, I kind of just threw in. Somebody gave me these, and this one, these. And I kind of just threw them in here last year. Not thinking they were going to do anything. I just thought they were going to die, but nope, they're alive. They're not even in the ground. They're just sitting there and they rooted. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be just, I just want it like cottage style plants everywhere. So there's gonna be lots of vegetables in here. So I think I'm gonna trellis the fence here. May get some of that cattle panel and trellis a few areas of it so that I can get some climbing stuff. Yeah, I'd like maybe some grapes or something to kind of climb all over this, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But for now, we've got this in. We've got everything filled except for that one because we have to get it over there. And then we're gonna fence the whole thing off with a short, like picket fence. So it'd be kind of like this, but you know, the shorter little picket fences. And that'll be it.